Okay, we'll bring the commissioners meeting to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Jeff, would you lead us in prayer?
Let's pray. Our gracious Father in heaven, you who are the creator of everyone and everything, we thank you for your rulership of the creation, knowing that it is good for us. Father, we think of the precipitation we had not too long ago. Thank you for the snow that came, and thank you for the blessing that it will be for those in our agricultural community who work so hard to produce not only crops, to be able to feed animals, to feed people, to be a blessing to the world, but also a blessing to our community. And so we thank you for them. We thank you for what they mean to our community. And again, we thank you for the blessing of the snowfall that we received. Father, we acknowledge together this morning as the commissioners face the decisions they will, that you possess infinite wisdom, that your perspective on all of these matters before them is perfect and complete and thorough. And Father, we confess at times that our perspective is somewhat limited, that our wisdom and knowledge about these affairs is somewhat limited. We can struggle to know what is the best and right decision to make. And so, Father, first of all, what we pray for this morning is for wisdom for our commissioners, that you would enable them, even though their perspective is limited as all of ours is, that you would grant them the wisdom that they need, the knowledge, the perspective, to be able to make the best decisions for our county. And Father, we pray that in those instances in which there really is a lack of clarity, but for whatever reason in your divine providence it's not clear the right path to take, we pray that you would give them courage to make the best decision in light of the alternatives, and then that your blessings would be upon those choices that are made. Father, would you bless this time that is spent in discussion and debate and deliberation. We pray that it would be time well spent, that it would please you, and that it would be a blessing to our community. We ask for all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you,
Thank you.
So thank you for the time. Good
No
to see you
problem.
this morning. Terry, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
So, John, God bless you guys. Roger,
Come on,
good to
Karen.
see you this morning. Yeah, take care.
Karen is back. Good morning, Karen. Good to have you back.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Feeling good?
What?
Feeling good?
Yeah.
I don't know why everything's looking bigger today.
Well, most of these are, yeah. It's the first of the year kick out. How's that?
Yeah.
idea what kind of guns they bought?
Yeah. Sig Sauer pistols. Probably a good upgrade.
What do they do with the old ones?
What's that?
The pistols at the sheriff's office, they'll turn them in for a refund, or it'll just be a swap. They'll give them so much for what they turned
Their
in.
trade-ins and already putting tires on our transportation van.
We put, yeah, a better tire, one that'll get around in the snow. We were gonna do 2, but then after they did the first 2, Mark said that the other 2 were pretty poor. And they were only 6-ply and these are 10-ply.
10.
Is that what Scott told you? Yeah, I was thinking. So they should last us a little longer and be a little better. And the drivers tell me that they are much better. So they've seen the difference already, so. We did not end up running the van on that Tuesday after the snow because the senior center was closed. And we didn't, there was nobody that needed out. And Scott and I, we just decided with the streets the way
being
they
so
still
rough.
were, we would just wait another day. And I think it was probably a good idea. Most of the ladies didn't want to get out on the ice anyways, so.
Yeah, I think it was-
But they were all glad to get out Wednesday and Thursday and Friday.
As the rest of us were.
So, yeah, I think Thursday, we ended up having over 20 riders. And 20 is a page that we fill out, so yeah. Oh, you didn't get into it? I have one. You get it, you could have stolen mine.
No.
Oh,
Usually Scott splits those checks
oh,
up.
sorry.
So we all sign a few
Oh.
of them, so I think it's kind of neat. Terry.
Well, he passed some down to Ed, or Ed took some. Sorry, I'll know for next time.
I meant to pass them down,
I
really,
was looking,
truly.
I was looking around where mine was at. And I thought, well, that's kind of cool, Ed, and I don't have to sign any
It's
today.
always made it through the rest of the stack now.
Oh, you signed some?
Yeah.
Yeah, he signed a few.
Trade
I
shares
didn't
with
get
you,
any.
so I don't.
Here, send him these 2. What's
Yeah,
left?
here, I got a couple of $500 here that you can.
That clip good story. To my knowledge, I don't have any old minutes to to approve or move to read or approve, so we'll have to postpone those till the next time.
Good morning. Yeah, I'm gonna have a flat tire when I get back out there.
I'll say if
I made
it's
it to
higher and have
town,
them come
though.
fix it.
Maybe when we take a break, I'll call someone.
I'll say Francis Tire, they'll come down and get it and fix it. Not that I'm plugging anybody, I'm just saying.
That's who I was gonna call
No,
anyway.
they're good about.
Yeah.
You can read that. Sure.
Kind of the staples on the corners, aren't we?
To say this pipeline's over $1 billion pipeline.
Really?
They're coming down through that same line, they come with all the others. It's gonna follow the same pipelines. Big deal.
Well, I'm sure 20-inch pipe's expensive.
900 miles,
Yeah.
got a pipeline coming through.
We wondered if you knew. Is that official? Can I read that?
No,
Please.
There you go.
bring a lot of welders down. It wasn't very many years ago they went through with that other one. 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
warrants, this is the payroll.
20 inches.
It's neat.
This is the one from that
Yes.
previous payroll.
Well, I ain't
Would
bad
they
if I
decide for
figured that right. $18
Send
for
an
the,
email or text.
What's that?
$18.93
I
a
think we
foot.
kind of made an exception for him once
Seems
before.
cheap.
That's what I thought.
Maybe it's more than $1 billion.
Well, that's what I came up with.
You sure you didn't get enough zeros in there?
No, but I fudged it. Cause I won't go to $1 billion.
We can get you a bigger calculator.
One with more numbers.
That's what I was told, whether that's right or wrong, I don't know, but.
That is nice.
I don't, I just heard it was over $1 billion project.
It has to be. I remember the pipe,
Any
the
projects
last
these days are
pipes
about
in
that big.
Bird
Yeah, no
City
kidding.
were huge. Just to carry those around, I didn't know it was like that.
All right, which one you looking for?
No fingernails.
Just my side of it, the AP side of that payroll. Okay, do I have a motion to go ahead and approve the warrants and accounts payable?
I so move.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. We do not have minutes from the last meeting at this time. Scott is ill and was unable to be here today, so we'll catch up on the minutes the next time. Okay, Leslie?
Not much to report. There are a lot of things going on that I haven't been able to get completed. However, I will do so as soon as possible. We all know how that goes. Things come up and so, but I will let the commissioners know that we do have Magistrate Day tomorrow in court. And we have approximately 14 cases on the docket.
Wow.
So, we have been active.
Yeah, I don't know if I think that's a good sign or a bad sign.
I hope that the community sees that we are taking things seriously and that, you know, if there is enough there that charges should be filed, we will be filing.
Okay. I might add just a little bit with the sheriff's office. Gunnar Helton just graduated from KLATC this past week, and he was ranked second in his class. So his peers and his instructors were very, very pleased with him. And so he's back to work now. I think yesterday or day before was his first day back. So if you see him, you might give him a pat on the back. He apparently did a really fine job down there, represented Cheyenne County very well. So we'll have another officer on the street, so your caseload will probably go up again.
That's fine.
Do you have anything else, Leslie?
No, I don't have anything else this morning. I do have the resolution for the task force, but we can address that later.
Okay. Okay, any old business we need to go over that you're aware
I
of?
don't know of any, but like I said, I didn't quickly go through the meeting, so I don't know. I don't.
I did have 2 EMTs approach me. They're wanting to attend some recertification training in Goodland. I believe it's over 2 weekends coming up pretty soon, within the next month or two. And the cost of that recertification is $300 a person, I believe. And we have 2 of them that would like to attend, and they wanted to know if the commissioners could help and defray some cost, if we could support that. Now, I was always under kind of the understanding that we paid for their recertification anyway.
And that would be my understanding too, because we pay for them to, be certified in the first place. And if we're gonna keep these people on as EMTs, then it only stands to reason that if there's a recertification requirement, that we are also assisting in that.
Well, from what I've gathered, it's an opportunity to get all your hours in 2 weekends, and trying to get 2 hours here, 4 hours there. It's an opportunity for them to get all their hours and be done with it.
I agree with you. I mean, I think we need to pay for all of it to get them recertified.
Okay,
But I think there ought to be a little stipulation that they will go on call, that we're just not keeping up their certification just so they can have it over the years. To me, they ought to be on call for us.
and I think both
Is
these,
that not right or wrong? Or-
and both these individuals do take a lot of calls, so.
Yeah. I don't know who they are, and I don't mind, and I mean, it doesn't bother me as long as they'll be on call.
Well, I'll
Or
pass
take
it.
some calls, or,
They were kind of hesitant or waiting to sign up for the class until they get some support, so I'll give them a call this afternoon and tell them, go ahead.
If you might let me know who they are, so that way I can, if I see their stuff, I know that it was approved, or we don't have to now, whenever, whatever, just,
Don't forget that, or I will.
okay.
I would suggest that we go ahead and do a motion.
Okay. I'll make a motion that,
well, I mean, I'll make the motion, do we need names? And,
might as well, I mean, it's not
Yeah.
hurt anything. Wade Grimes wanted to approach me, he and Ed Marin want to attend these classes.
I move that we pay for the fees of Ed Marin and Wade Crime to get recertified for EMTs.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Okay. I have one more thing here real quick. You know, we've talked about putting some safety glazing over those windows upstairs on the 3rd floor, you know, with dispatch and the sheriff's office. Finally got a pretty nice bid and an offer from Columbine Window Tint. They're out of Morrison, Colorado, but this is the bid. And I forget how many windows are involved with that.
I'm guessing 6.
I think there was just 7 rings a bell, but
Let's reflect the second page.
16 panes.
Okay.
So that would be 8 windows. Anyway, here's a sample of what they're gonna put up in there. It will reduce sunlight significantly, help with the heating and cooling of that room. Plus the safety glazing, according to the company, it's kind of like the safety glass in your car. It won't shatter out, and been tested and proven. And you see the bid actually comes in at under our limit, but Shelley wanted to let us know anyway before she ordered it.
Okay,
Does that stick on or just kinda hang over the outside?
No, I think it sticks on.
It ain't
It's like
gonna
most
bubble up
tend to
like it
sticks.
on your vehicles,
It's not
is it?
supposed to. If we want her to go ahead and move forward with this,
What about our historical building thing? Do we got it?
no, because we're not modifying or changing any of the structure. And the bid was $1,498 for 16 panes, which I believe would be 8 windows.
I so move.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So we'll go ahead and move forward with that.
$93 a window.
That's not bad.
No, not as heavy as that stuff is.
Not for driving down here from Windsor or whatever you
Yeah.
said.
And she said the guy was really professional, and treated her really well, so give him an opportunity. Okay, we got some correspondence and a couple of abatements. I'll get them with that. Okay, I need a motion to go ahead and approve these 2 abatements.
One's an increase.
One is an increase. POE well service out of Oberlin, an increase of $121.44. The other one was a decrease. Apparently this went to a hearing. The taxpayer felt the manufactured home was overvalued quality, and CDU was adjusted as approved by Amanda on January 18th. But it's $281.30.
Not to be, just for my own information, when it goes to a hearing, is that just Amanda, or is there somebody else that's there?
I get to go. I've done one before.
Oh, okay, all right.
Basically, they meet in certain places, the Board of Tax Appeals, And so you get all of the information, and the claiming party and the county attorney appear and make argument to the Board of Tax Appeals, and then they render a decision. So I get to go.
So it's the Board of Tax Appeals you go to? And where is that at? And,
It just varies.
oh, really? I so move.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And then I get to give you the big stack. Your signature required on the second page. These are the NRP rebates. It's the tax program. You, over a period of 10 years, then you, they have to pay it in full, and then we pay it back by the percent for it.
They apply for these.
Yes.
I said, how do they?
Oh, through Amanda's office, I believe, Fraser's office. And I think you have to apply before construction starts, and then she goes out and surveys or does whatever, and then,
Yeah, I've always wondered how that system worked. I've never been involved in it, but
Isn't there a brochure?
yeah,
In your
I'll get
office?
one.
So these are for like when they remodel or build a new one or kind of set above the state?
if you,
It's something you guys approve every 20 years, whether you're gonna take part in the program or not.
Correct. And it's all set forth in this brochure. I think we're needing to revise that because we pulled it the other day.
That yeah, I was like, that
And
brochure's older. I don't know
it,
who does the brochure.
We need to take another look at it because I think there's some, just dates that need
Yeah, I
to
don't know.
be changed.
I don't know what they did out there. Wonder what they did out there. That, well, no.
What did they have?
I almost got a hold of my glasses.
Oh, no.
Trying to be helpful, but
Yeah.
didn't work out that way.
So they always do these in January of every year, is that what we do?
Yeah,
No, I didn't remember doing them last year.
he did.
Must not been this.
There wasn't
many.
as many.
Probably not at once. They were spread out a little more maybe. Was that the kind? Okay.
Is this a one-time deal then?
I think so. Got a little bite to it.
Look at, do you think it's gonna eat a hole in the cut? I'm worried.
I got a more cup.
Oh. Get you another one?
No, it's all right. I'll just keep it away from the papers.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
It's a lot of improvements to the
Yeah,
county.
It
That's,
is.
just think about it, that's probably not all of them. I'm just saying, you know, those are the only people that took, there's
15 of them, wasn't there?
15 or
15 or 16 I
16.
saw on the agenda.
Usually they only have 2 or 3.
17.
yeah, but I didn't know if he'd updated it after I gave him 2 more, so there might be 16.
Says 17 there, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Well, if there's 17, we're missing 2.
oh, but there's just 15 then. Because I gave him 2 later,
Okay.
and I didn't know if he updated it or not. I didn't recount them when I changed it.
Okay, entertain a motion to approve the NRP rebates for 2017.
I so move.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign.
Karen, can I see that brochure real quick so I can refresh my memory as to what? Sorry, I should have gotten up.
Nope, that's fine.
check. I think there's only one place to sign. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the application period in here says it ends December 31st, 2015, so I think that's what we were needing to change. I knew it was something very simple. Right, well, just in case.
Yes, Cody?
So if we would just make that 15 into an 8 on all of them, we could get by for.
I think we just put December 31st of each year,
Well, yeah, and then you would have to change that.
and then that way we don't have to
And
keep
if you,
changing
if the
it.
commission decides not to approve it for the
All
next,
right.
however
Sounds
term,
good.
you could just pull them and
Right.
put them back.
Right.
If, or when you decided to do the program again or
Right.
whatever. For that one. Yeah, that was Cody, he's sick.
Yeah, that was Cody Beeson.
There's a lot of that going
Well, he
around.
said he was at the clinic and they're sending him to the hospital, so.
And
I don't
they-
know if it's for x-ray, chest x-ray maybe,
I went and talked to him in his office yesterday. I hope I don't catch nothing.
Great.
Well, I visited with him yesterday and he said he was really sick last weekend. And I thought, he said, I'm on the mend, and now he's back.
Scary, I don't know. A lot of,
Said his sister got married Saturday and he didn't even go to the wedding, he was so sick.
I know in Rollins County, they had like, was it 30-some kids and had to go home?
There was a couple school districts in the state that just dismissed school, try to get over this.
Well, and, you know, a lot of people say that having a snow day is kind of a blessing in disguise.
that's why I figured maybe that's why they extended it 2 days last week, just to slow a little bit of that down.
Just before I come up here, I was listening to the Weather Channel, and they were talking about snow days for kids. And up like probably in the northeast where they get a lot of snow. Now there's gonna be no snow days for kids. You're gonna have to get on your computer and the teacher will teach from the school so they don't have to lose a day of school. And they were arguing about, is it good or bad that kids don't get snow days? The worst of it is they'll probably make all of us do it. You know, it'll be a blanket policy for the country.
I don't know, I loved snow days.
Yeah,
It
me
was
too.
such a surprise and, you know, it's fun.
Yeah, you pray for snow when you're little and you pray not to snow when you're older. Okay, I think
Alright,
that gets
got it
all
all?
done.
Okay.
It was like Jeff today. Thank you for the snow. And I thought, yeah, that's true. We didn't need the wind with it.
Okay, I'll show you. What I did was I just added, this right here.
Okay,
Okay?
I love that be it. I never had seen that before.
What's that?
The be it. Where is it? I love that. I never. I'll keep this the old one.
Yeah. I'll just display that one.
Okay, do we have any other correspondence or
Not
information?
that I'm aware of. Since he's here, do you want to approve that disbursement request of theirs? They approved it the last meeting. I haven't heard back. Dolores was gonna email the auditors to Scott Tracy about paying some of this out of 150 or 225. I know you talked to Leslie about this.
No, I didn't get
Okay,
one.
Dolores hasn't heard back from the auditors yet, so
Okay.
I haven't paid anything yet. I asked her yesterday, and she hadn't, so she was gonna call John, but I don't think she's in this morning yet, so, because originally they approved them all to pay them through the other bank, but then they come back and wanted to pay 176,000 from our account, but we don't, know if that's
Right,
okay
and
yet.
it all boils down to, we want to make sure that we're taking it from the right account and the monies are in the accounts that it's supposed to be because there's been such confusion. So I had directed Scott, who apparently had directed Dolores, to get a hold of the auditors to say, okay, this is what we need to do. How do we do it so that we had their stamp of approval before anything was done.
So I guess if they approve that we can pay those, we'll be adjusting that and paying 176,781 set 12 from our funds, and that will leave 88,566.76 to come from
Banks.
their banks, yeah, the other banks.
Okay.
I will try to follow up with her this afternoon.
Okay.
Comment, is just concerning the senior housing. Yeah. And I might give you our thoughts on it. What we're trying to do is cash flow as much as we can to keep the interest, because if we do it the other way, we're paying interest on that loan longer, and I think he was gonna contact and say, hey, listen, when is the first payment due on the FDA loan? That'll be the guiding force, actually, because we're assuming once we're finished, that loan is an annual payment. We don't know whether it's gonna be January 1st or it's gonna be whatever, and I think once we establish that, this will simplify this whole process, because we'll accumulate funds to pay that over the year, so. Good, thank you, I appreciate you working on that.
So hopefully, I will try to get an answer
Okay.
today. I'll let you know.
Thanks. Here's the actual breakdown.
So if the auditors approve to pay it through whatever, I'll have to come back up with some checks. 'Cause I didn't want to do anything until we knew for sure what.
I'm gonna have you guys go ahead and start looking at that.
Did their snow slow their construction any? I wondered.
It did, but they worked around it. I think we were very fortunate. It'd been a lot nicer if we could have had that slab ran before the snow, but it seemed like it's moving along. We're gonna get an update tomorrow,
Okay.
so.
No, I drove by and thought about it. I thought, oh.
Do you guys have a meeting tomorrow?
Well, what it is, on the first Thursday and then the first Thursday after the 15th, that and tomorrow is just, they don't come down from Garden City or anything, they just kind of a call-in thing to get an upgrade on progress and see if there's anything we need to be, so it's really not a meeting, it's just kind of but you're sure always welcome to come. It's always at 10 o'clock and it's it's just, this really, I didn't attend the last month's, but this is the first one I've been to. It's just a informational, say, hey, here's something we need to be concerned about, this something we're ahead of schedule. Update, I guess, is more of a type of thing. I have not, I was not sure, but they were supposed to bring the big trusses in yesterday, 100 and some feet long. Now, did not stop this morning, but I don't know, I can't imagine hauling from Wichita something that long.
There was 2 semi-loads of trusses. It wasn't yesterday or the day before.
The day before that, I knew they came in. Was there some yesterday?
I
just read
didn't
this.
see them.
It had to, I mean, it had to be a gigantic truck, over 100 foot long.
That's all
Just the
right.
passing things.
I'm just so used to passing things down.
Yours might say
Trying to
something
be more
different than mine.
Don't be surprising us like that. And we've already approved this. Or not.
Yes.
They approved it, but you have to sign off on it.
Right.
The form needs your signature.
Right.
I mean, they've approved to pay the bills. They, the PBC, I guess.
That could be the task force. It won't even be any county money. So it won't even be the PBC paying the bills. We're gonna get outside
On the task
money.
force, yeah.
If we won't, so no county money will be involved.
Okay.
And then if this does change, I mean, I'll have to change the front page, but I mean.
The numbers would be the same, it's
Yes.
just different accounts.
Yeah.
Okay, a motion for the disbursement request for the PBC. I'm trying to find a total. $265,347.88.
So moved.
Did you need to add what's coming from the bank and what's coming from us?
Okay. From account,
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet.
either 150 or 225 is $176,781.12. And from the banks would be $88,566.76.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Did you want to see any of this?
If it's approved to pay it through our funds, I'll send you the accounts payable receipt, which I need to send you the other one too. Let you know what. Oop. Just stumbled.
Also, the resolution 18-02 is a resolution creating the Cheyenne County Home for the Aged Task Force and establishing the purpose, composition, and functions and duties thereof. It's be a 9-member task force. A couple of us here are already on it, apparently. So, do I hear a motion to go ahead and approve resolution 1802?
And just as an explanation, Terry and Rod, if you want to jump in, there's been much discussion in regards to the lease agreement for the nursing home. It's going to expire in June. Rod and Tom Keller have been here before requesting that a task force be created so as to research the operations, management, and business structure of the nursing home and the assisted living facility. And so the purpose of this task force is to go ahead and do that research on behalf of the Board of County Commissioners, gather all information to develop an RFP to put out, and we'll have to discuss this, but maybe online or mail out, so that everyone knows the specific requirements that we are looking for. This will be a self-funded task force through other community funds, and so there will be no expense to the commissioners or the county.
Okay, thank you, Leslie.
Then you're wanting a motion.
Motion on to approve.
Is there the Cheyenne County, Kansas Community Foundation member, is that a board member? I take it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the Bird City Century too, that's a
Yeah,
board member. So if you're not a county commissioner, county attorney, if you're not on the public building commission, if you're not working at the nursing home or the hospital, you can't be on this board.
That was the original, what we tried to do is get a broad spectrum of the community.
I know, but you're
Yeah.
we're not letting somebody that's not one of these members be on the board.
That was our, that was
That
our
doesn't
first
make
run at
sense to
this.
me.
Well, we must remember that there was an ad put in the paper asking for people who were interested.
I know, but this resolution ought to have it on there. You don't have to be one of those people.
You're talking about a member at large then? Anybody?
Anybody.
Okay, we can have a member at large.
Members,
But we didn't.
Members.
We didn't.
unlimited.
I didn't know, not unlimited.
I mean, who's gonna, what's the guidelines? I mean, anybody that volunteers?
I think
The
probably,
board is gonna be in charge of that. We're in charge. We're gonna approve this.
what we can do is we can, because we need to have an odd number, what we can do is we can go ahead and say 2
That's
at-large
fine.
members.
I mean, the only reason I've got a gentleman that I'm trying to get on there, and he's not on any of this. And it's Carl Warner, and he's an excellent person.
Oh, yeah, I know Carl well.
Well, he cannot be on it
I
with
think
the
he
way
is.
this resolution
Yeah,
is.
I think he is a member of the Cheyenne County.
Well, he might be, I don't
He
know.
is. I don't know. But anyway, it don't matter to me.
Let me interject a little bit though. We did solicit interest from the public through the newspaper and we didn't receive any interest, right?
That's right, but this task force might go on for a long time. You know,
Roger, it's just a sentence on here. If you want 2 at-large members
I
on
know,
there.
I know it is.
It's
I'm
not an issue.
it's not an issue, but it's something that ought to be addressed.
Okay, we can go ahead and revise that.
You want to make the approval?
Conditioned upon, and I will resubmit.
Okay.
And far as we're concerned, you can go ahead and do it today. It would, I mean, that's fine.
Right, because I think time is of the essence.
Yeah.
Yes,
As we have
we
been
are, but
discussing.
Another month.
So-
We need to get on the horse.
Yeah, so, that's
If
fine.
you want to go ahead and approve 1802 with the addition of 2 at-large members on the list of people to be appointed, then I will bring that back up here so that you can stop by and sign it, but then we can go ahead and get it approved and get the board appointed so that they can start meeting. And then if there is any interest in regards to the at-large, those can be considered by the commissioners and appointments made at that time. But we do need to get going on this.
Oh, I agree. I just think that everybody in the community, if they come to the commissioners would like to be on the task force, and we approve them, they can be on there. And they don't have to be A through I.
Well, basically, we kind of did that.
We did that, but it's not in the resolution.
Okay. So if we can get a motion to go ahead and approve Resolution 1802
With the addition.
with the addition of the changes that will be made, looking for 2 members at large along with the ones listed here now on the task force.
Because I can see maybe down the road, I haven't really read it all, that maybe this same task force might be looking at the hospital. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's-
Well, most of that, we're gonna rely on the hospital board to make them kind of decisions, I think, because we've given that authority already. I mean, they're already vested with that task. I did go to the last hospital board meeting, and the way I understood the conversations was their present lease agreement with Great Plains is coming due this December. If there is no action taken, it's going to automatically renew for another 3 years. So there was a lot of discussion on whether they wanted to start now seeking out new management opportunities. And from what I understood, they did go ahead and have a vote and decide to move forward with that. Now, how they're gonna come up with their committee, they haven't got that far along. But they are gonna look at some other avenues also. Not saying they're looking to change really, but they just want to get a picture of
Yeah.
what is out there, which you got to commend them for that. I mean, they're looking to,
Checking their options.
yeah, they're looking to better what we have if that's possible.
And-
So-
And as far as the Good Samaritan, man, I'm driving over here, I was thinking about, there is no contract with the management of the assisted living. See, that's out in the open, so that's one of the first things they'll have to address.
Yeah.
So, anyway, yeah, but that's, I mean, as far as we're concerned, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I go ahead and
I'm
get a
speaking
motion
for Tom, but he will.
to go ahead and approve this with the forthcoming revisions?
I so move.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign.
And I will share with Tom, he wanted to be here, but his brother had surgery and his sister-in-law is in the hospital, so he's kind of the caregiver down there right now. So, that's where I come.
And then in regards to the members thus far, here is who we would recommend to the board be appointed for each of the positions. For the county commissioner, Terry Reiger, county attorney, Leslie Bimes, Cheyenne County Public Building Commission member, Tom Keller, Nursing Home Advisory Board, Janet Carmen, Nursing Home Employee, which was elected by the staff, Karen Moberly, Cheyenne County Hospital Board, Randy Wick, Hospital Employee, which was elected by the staff, Justin Lohr, Cheyenne County Community Foundation member, Mike Day. Those are who have either been elected or volunteered from each of these organizations to be appointed to the board.
Is there anybody from Century 2 yet?
Not yet, they haven't. It's
Not yet.
They'll be, get one, yeah.
Well, we probably ought to be looking at setting a date to
Oh, yeah.
get these meetings going.
Mhm.
So,
So I'll need a motion on the appointments.
I so move.
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign.
Thank you.
Okay, Rod.
That's all I had. Tom wanted to know if I'd come and if there was any questions. And was Jeff gonna have a report this morning from the nursing home? So I think I'll just wait around because I haven't touched base with him since I got back, so.
Yeah, he's down for 9:45.
Oh, that's good. I'll go visit with some around the courthouse and come back.
Clay's not gonna be here this morning, but he did bring up
Okay.
documents. I guess you can take a look at those with the auxiliary. If you feel you need more or less or whatever we need, just let him know. Go from there. I guess we requested him to bring in their organizational documents from when they established the auxiliary, EMS auxiliary organization group, whatever.
And it's basically more for my information in regards to submissions being made for reimbursement
Yeah.
by the auxiliary board.
I didn't read through them, but I'm guessing they're probably just standard form documents.
Right.
Just for information, I did pick up a couple of RFPs from the hospital that they used last time, just to kind of have an idea of what they said and were looking for. We probably need to get one of those drafted pretty quick for,
So the money for this auxiliary comes from basically donations.
Correct.
You have a clip, there's one. Got one? Okay. She's got one. We're good. Thanks.
if not, I'll have that thing bent about.
I can call up and see if Carol wants to come down, or you can take a break, or.
Let's take a 5-minute break.
Okay.
Get my tire fixed.
You what?
Get my tire fixed.
Oh.